Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing out there in the United States of America? How's everybody doing worldwide? You are tuned in to Zook Pond, the site of Zook Pond. Rest in peace, John Zook Jr. We are having a ceremonial fire tonight, an open burn for liberty, a ceremonial fire for liberty, and justice for all, including those in the Epstein files. Got a couple green logs in there. It's a little bit wet and sizzly, but still very clean. Ember free, essentially. As soon as I say that, ha ha ha. Yeah, looks pretty good. It's about how we want to see it. Trying to get those lava rocks nice and aerated. Hey, what is there to talk about tonight, guys? It's Friday, that's always nice. It's like 55 degrees outside. That's even better. It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw my video I posted today of the city clerk, Tina Parnell, essentially going batshit crazy, just getting triggered as all hell by my appearance. Yeah, the city of Wayne, they're not very happy that the Honorable James Plakus of the 35th District Court has terminated this unlawful probation that the city of Wayne imposed. They almost got away with it, I mean, they think they did, which is cute, but yeah, they thought that, they were going to make me overserve the sentence, plus give me house arrest, plus give me 18 months probation. I did it for about a month or so. And then, they were on their fuck games, and they were trying to unlawfully and falsely claim that I violated some condition. which is just objectively horseshit. And they knew it, but it was their last ditch effort. And yeah, had to file the motion to terminate, and the judge really just couldn't believe that they had the gall to pass a codified burn ordinance 2025-02, which is void for vagueness, by the way, and unenforceable as it's written, and makes a mockery of the Fourth Amendment and the 14th Amendment. But the judge found it interesting that the city of Wayne, only after I was sentenced to probation, that they decided to pass a codified burn ordinance. Quite remarkable. So, lying to the court for, God, 7 months, claiming that they were on my property because they were enforcing, some sort of codified burn ordinance. Some sort of burn ordinance. That's what they kept calling it, an ordinance. And, they misled the court and made it seem like they had some sort of probable cause to be on the property, as if like there was some sort of possible crime, right? And of course there was no interference. The video evidence clearly shows that from May 9th, the video evidence that the city of Wayne withheld for many months because they didn't want the judge apparently to see it, because, well, when you actually look at the evidence, or it was impossible to have interfered because there was nothing lawfully going on to interfere with. It was just, like I said, complete and utter harassment. Which leads me to my next talking point. We have filed our FOIA lawsuit with the circuit court, and we are filing our PPO tomorrow. So we're gonna have that going, and yeah, because that's what all these encounters have been, is just outright harassment. As you can see, I mean, this is a giant property, a massive property, the biggest residential property, in fact, in the entire city of Wayne, Michigan. And it goes back for a long ways here. Got all this space out here, all this space. There's the ravine that I guess apparently the city of Wayne has the ability to see through. That's interesting. With the naked eye, that's insane that they hire these superhumans, but they decide to work for the city of Wayne. Weird. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, there's just a massive amount of property and space back there, and privacy and seclusion. And, it's all been harassment since March 28th of 2024. And it's been relentless harassment. But I am very thankful that the city of Wayne confessed, and it was the fire captain, so he was actually in charge of that scene on January 9th of 2026. So that is interesting for sure. It's actually horrifying, to say that you're going to go onto someone's property just to piss them off. That's the only reason you want to go. Yeah, you should be fired for that, certainly. But a PPO is definitely warranted, because I don't feel safe. I'm just stating that for the record. I don't feel safe knowing that that the fire department and or police department and or city can just, they think they can just walk up on my property whenever they want. I mean, it is a nice piece of property, don't get me wrong. It's a very secluded property, and you can essentially do whatever you want out here. I've never been bothered by a neighbor or anyone actually like in the area. I've only ever been bothered by the government in Wayne. I love my neighbors. I love my city. If you want to call it a city, I call it a village, a town, but I love my neighborhood. I love my my fellow Wayniacs, but the government has just been a complete and utter, tyrannical presence in my life since I moved here, and they've continuously harassed me. I broke into this property 5 different times, and tyranny we will not allow no more. I mean, we never did allow it, but you know, tyranny is going to tyranny, and then, you know, of course you have to fight. You know, you have to play defense for a minute, and then, you know, once you get past that initial onslaught, then you can start going on offense. So it's gonna be a fun next couple of years, but wouldn't have it any other way. As far as you know, I just want the truth to come out, and you know, to be vindicated, and my family to be vindicated, and you know, the truth of what happened on all of these dates, and you know, how there was, you know, not even a possibility that a crime was being committed, but clearly no exigency or emergency. And my son jumping on the trampoline, that definitely was a nice way of undercutting their exigency allegation, right? Their claim of exigency when you know, they just let my son jump on the trampoline within, you know, 20 or so feet, 25 feet of the fire pit. So it was very interesting on May 9th, May 19th. Very interesting. So, but piece of shits like the city of Wayne are gonna piece of shits, and the higher ups, you know, it's time to clean house for sure. It's time to clean house, and start making some improvements to the city of Wayne structurally in the government. So I'm the crazy fuck willing to do it. Definitely willing to do it. Not always going to be perfect, not always going to be polished, but definitely going to give it to you raw, and I'm going to give you the truth. And there's a method to the madness, I promise you guys. I promise there's a method to the madness. But I am human, believe it or not, just like anybody else, and you know, this stuff does weigh on you from time to time. So you got to find ways to kind of unwind and, you know, kind of regroup and refocus, and you know, it's a marathon, definitely a marathon, not a sprint. I'll tell you that. But yeah, very nice fire pit we have going here. Very nice open burn we got going here, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'm not gonna really call it that. I don't recognize that term because it's not a universally recognized term. But yeah, it's not bad. Not bad tonight. There we go. But yeah, that's all it is. Just some clean wood. Just clean firewood. This is mostly, I think, maple. Not sure. I don't know, but it's burning real clean. It's burning good now. I mean, it's just a bunch of coals at this point, pretty much. Getting there. But that is what it looks like. For those that are wondering, this is what we do out here. We sell firewood. We got some firewood over there we just chopped up. And this is just some shit we found, kind of, you know, the stuff that we're not gonna sell. Either it's too small diameter, or just an odd shape or an odd size, or just something that I just didn't like how it looked at me, you know. So I decided, hey, you know, I'm gonna put you in the fire. But yeah, it's very peaceful, very nice and warm. Gonna use our poker here. Yeah, we'll tune in with you guys a little bit later, chat with you, shoot shit with you, of course. be a long night. It's Friday night. I ain't doing nothing. Just hanging out at the house. Getting the yard right. Trying to get this this part of the Hunter drain cleaned out. Oh, north side of the property. North, I guess this would be the northwest side, by the, the front where the Hunter drain is over here. So you can't really see it, but we're gonna get that this side of the drain, north end of the Hunter drain cleaned out, and then we gotta get that very southern part, and then it'll be done. And then it'll be fucking done, because that's important to have that drain nice and clean, and everything north of the drain as well. Everything in the drain and everything north of the drain. Everything south of the drain we're gonna keep as natural and as wild as we can. Anything dangerous or counterproductive, of course, we're gonna remedy. But the southern part, we're gonna leave that alone as much as humanly possible. Be very proceed with caution. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Give me about 10 or so minutes.